And by the way, this is called gravity. And by the way, this is called gravity. And by the way, this is called gravity.
Ginger Sugar Bush 905 presents. So if you don't already know, this ass clown is named Neil deGrasse Tyson. So what is a shill? It's a word that we've heard thrown around time and time again, but honestly, I really didn't know what it meant. So I looked up the definition. A shill is an accomplice of a hawker, a gambler, or a swindler who acts as an enthusiastic customer to entice or encourage others. A person who pretends to give an impartial endorsement for something that they themselves may actually have no interest in. To use the word shill in a sentence, imagine a megamillionaire who makes more money as a shill for corporate products than he does for playing basketball, or in some cases, being an astrophysicist. In my opinion, Neil deGrasse Tyson is a shill. Today we're going to try an experiment. This experiment should prove that gravity is not needed. To prove that gravity does not exist. So this ass clown wants us to believe that gravity exists because he dropped a microphone. Thanks to the Morgile, I have learned that gravity can be explained by the law of density and the law of buoyancy. There's no need for gravity to exist, except to explain away the crazy crap they want us to believe to help prove the fact that we're on a sphere. Today, we're going to prove Neil deGrasse Tyson wrong. Today, we're going to try an experiment. You could try it at home as well. All you need is an apple and some sort of bucket of water. If an apple is good enough to create the farce of gravity, it's good enough to debunk it. So today what we're going to do is take an apple. I'm going to drop that apple onto my couch. You might be asking yourself, is that Taylor Swift? The answer is yeah. Then you might say, isn't it kind of rude to be sitting on Taylor Swift? I figure she'll just shake it off. And as you can see, my cat did not make this easy for me. According to Neil deGrasse Tyson, it is gravity that makes the apple fall, when in fact, it is the law of density. The apple is more dense than the air, so therefore, it will fall until it meets something that is equally as dense as the apple is. So according to Isaac Newton and our favorite ass clown, Neil deGrasse Tyson, it is gravity causing the apple to fall to the couch, when in fact, the simple fact that the density of the apple is more so than the air, it will cut through the air until it reaches something closer to the same density as the apple itself. Okay, time for part 2 of our experiment. And in my opinion, this is what's going to throw the theory of gravity straight out the window. I never once thought I'd be bringing viewers into my bathroom, but here we are. As you can see, I've got 3 seashells, just like the movie Demolition Man, Big Boy, and Harry from Harry and the Hendersons watching over me. Not to mention a couple funny books on the top of the tank. I think the toilet will help to represent the amount of bullshit they expect us to swallow. Two things went wrong in my experiment. First, apparently, if I just keep adding water to the toilet bowl, it'll just keep on draining. So this is the first time I actually plugged the toilet on purpose. Second, I thought I had some extra dish gloves kicking around. Turns out I didn't, so plastic bag it is. I'm holding the apple to the bottom of the toilet bowl. When I release that apple, it's going to float to the surface. Did that apple just defy gravity? A moment ago, when I dropped that apple through air, it fell straight to the couch. Now that it's in some water, it floats to the surface. And that is because of the law of buoyancy. The water is more dense than the apple. Therefore, the apple floats. So-called gravity pulled the apple to the couch. So-called gravity is holding the water to the bottom of the toilet bowl. But the gravity that pulled the apple down isn't enough to keep it down in water? That just doesn't seem right to me. It seems like gravity stops at the water's level. That just doesn't make any sense. We have an apple falling through air and rising through water. So please explain again how gravity can cause an apple to fall through air, yet rise through water. Gravity is supposed to be a very powerful thing, holding people to the earth, holding celestial bodies in orbit, but it just does not seem to hold water. You also might be saying, that's a waste of an apple. You'd be absolutely right. But it's going in the garbage, and it served its purpose. And ladies, I just wanted to make sure you noticed, I always put the toilet seat down. Don't take my word for it. Try this yourself, and you'll see that gravity is a sham.